Happy morning. I am Dr. A. Balamurugan, Professor, Department of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai 73. Our course code is U18 PCC C601. The course name Food Production and Petitioner 5. The topic is kitchen management. In this kitchen management, we'll learn about objectives of kitchen management, meal production, indenting, purchasing, store management, yield, and portion control. Then standard recipe, importance of standard recipe, advantages of standard recipe, and disadvantages of standard recipe. Then leftover utilization. Okay, now go to the class. Kitchen management. A kitchen manager is responsible for overseeing the day-to-day back of house operation and also administrative tasks. They are usually responsible for controlling the cost and managing the labor. The two concept is very important for the kitchen management. The kitchen management day-to-day activities of the operations and also administrative tasks plus cost control, employee labor control, labor management. This is a core responsible for the kitchen management. Then what are the objectives of kitchen management? They guarantee accuracy of order, cleanliness, and coordinations of all even within the kitchen. So that means order confirmation, clean the area surrounding, interior and exterior, then coordination of all the events. That means food preparation and decoration, everything. The kitchen manager are also actively involved preparing and cooking for the food for the customers. So kitchen manager, whoever the absent, you want to relieve the preparation area. Then they ensure that all food preparation techniques are followed appropriately and according to the recipe, set of the recipe. That means the techniques, boiling method, broiling method, cooking method, steaming method, shallow fry, deep fat fry. So different cooking method, cooking techniques we are used. So based on the standard recipe, we want to appropriate cooking techniques we want to use, and also the recipe pattern also we want to follow. Then meal production. Food preparation is the term employed to denote the cookery. The budget committee is formed for the purpose of food preparation, coordination, a review, and revision of the budget. The budget made is a period-wise breakup or annually. The seasonal character of the business taken into the consideration. Whenever we are prepare the budget, no, this is a weekly budget or monthly budget or yearly budget or quarterly budget, we want to prepare previously. So in the budget preparation, we want to concentrate the seasonable vegetables, seasonable fruits, seasonable events. Okay. The first step in the preparation is given the management objectives for the forthcoming year and giving the performer to be used in the preparation budget. Okay. This is a preparation area, how to receive the ingredient, how to pre-preparation, cooking, distribution, and cleaning the area, everything. The PPT giving the route. Okay. Then indenting. The basic fundamental of food operation is turn a raw food items into the edible product by applying or extracting the heat from it. The success of any food service operations is dependent on how the raw ingredients are procured, processed, cooked, and then served to the customer to generate the profit. This is a successful food service operation. If there is a flow, if any one of the steps, it will affect the profit margin of organization is entirely collapse. So the sequence of food service operation, we want to success of all the steps: ingredient procured, processed, cooked, and served to the customers. This is a sequence of the service. In the volume of cooking, one has to look at the menu in totality, and only then can he or she write a detailed product list in the needs of the preparation. Indent is a document stating the requirements of the goods with the quantity required along with the specification. For example, we want to prepare a potato masala or potato aloo palak or aloo with capsicum. So we want to specify either baby potato or normal potato. Okay, then we want to give the specification, the potato size, big size potato. Like that, we want to give the specification. It is sent to the store department, in turn procure the items and dispatch the same to the department on the day specified. In the indent sheet, no, we want to prepare the date, preparation date, and also issued date. We want to mention. So based on this, the store department can issue the ingredient to the particular department. Then what are the major factors affecting the indent? The first one is yield of the product. The yield of the particular commodity has a huge impact in the indenting of our volume. All the recipes should be updated within the yield, as we need to indent for the net weight in the recipe and not for the assumable weight. Similarly, when a product is ordered for the particular recipe, the cuts listed in the recipe must be strictly followed to adapt to the cost and quality. Nowadays, we want to prepare a leg piece. Tangdi kebab means we can buy only the leg piece from the market. So we want to reduce the working time and the preparation time and method of the marinations, everything we can follow in the standard recipe pattern. The cheapest item might prove to be expensive if the end of the yield of the product is low. Some suppliers now even sell pre-portioned meat that the buyers get the advantages, that there is a consistency in the product quality and cost. We can reduce the employee manpower, labor power, and storage expenses and wastage. So we want to buy the product in the particular specification. Then type of event. The type of event for which the food is required also play the major role in the indenting of food. For example, a la carte, the tangdi kebab, we want to serve each plate, each portions 8 pieces. Okay. The same tangdi kebab we want to serve in the banquet, we can serve only 3 or 4 pieces. Like that, we want to concentrate in the functions, that means event. Then regional influence. Regional food also play an important role in the deciding the indenting for the particular item. The people from Bengal would love to eat the seafood, while people from the North India would prefer the chicken. The type of dish, dry or gravy, also play an important part of the deciding the quantity to produced in the event. For example, if you are prepare the dry or gravy in the banquet hall, we can reduce the quantity. Suppose if you are serving the a la carte service, you want to serve the correct portions. I am giving the indent sheet in the PPD. You can show date and menu, how many dishes you want to serve in the particular event. Then fourth one is service style. The style of service, whether the buffet or a la carte, also determine the intending and portion size of the dish. It is easy to protect the quantity for the fixed portion size, but the challenges arise when the food is laid out and buffered for the self-service. So self-service, there's some kind of food, some type of preparation of food, the customers can pick more quantity. Some varieties of food, they can pick up only the less quantity. Okay. The food store room requisition form, I am displaying the PPD, serial number, stock number, item, size, quantity required, quantity issued, unit of the cost and total cost. So based on this, we can calculate how much product we can issued today, how much sales we received. We can calculate very easily. What are the other factors affecting the indent? The number of persons to feed, the large number of the people lesser than the indent quantity becomes the consume the less quantity. The number is increased, automatically the preparation quantity we can prepare less quantity. Then number of items of the on the menu, choice provided in the menu, number of the non-vegetarian items on the menu and its vegetarian alternatives. The number of vegetarian, beef, mutton, chicken eaters. Based on this, we want to arrange the quantity of preparation. Suppose in the particular event, the more number of chicken eaters available, then you can reduce the mutton and beef and all. Whether or not Indian bread is there or only the rice is included. Choice of dessert provided. That means choice. We are giving more choice. Selling price of the menu, mise en place to be maintained. For if the any dishes finished, we want to prepare again. Okay, now we are going to purchasing. Buying quality and freshness of the supplies and portion control are of the almost important for the operation a successful business. So these are all the categories done in the store department. Large establishment will employ a purchase manager. He can concentrate and get the best supplies. Requisition for the supplies are placed within the store or kitchen stewarding department at the specified time. The storekeeper will forward his requisition to the supplier. Knowledge of buying is very, very important for the purchase in charge. The purchase manager or in charge should have the responsible, the technical knowledge in the catering. Suppose we are buying the potato for the finger chips, or buying the potato for the chips, or buying the potato for the mashed potato. Like that, we want to have a technical knowledge. The caterer, he will be able to follow the requisition properly and understand the importance of the delivery item, size, quality, and specification. The selection of suppliers, instruction to the supplier along with the orders of the suppliers. Then purchasing procedure consists of the following steps. Designating a purchase person, determining which product to buy by the establishment product specification. Estimating how often and how much to order. Choose the purchasing method based on this organizational needs. Then selecting the vendors. These 5 categories of the purchasing procedure we want to follow. I am giving the PPD for the 5 categories of purchasing procedure. Okay. Then buyers need to possess the variety of skills. First one is balanced communication skill, very, very important. They must be able to listen to need of the stakeholder in their operations, including the preparation staff, accounting staff, receiving, storing staff, ownership, and management. They must also be able to articulate those need to vendors. Then second one is excellent math skill. The math is a basic to all of the primary functions of the buyers and storeman staff. For example, buying, receiving, storing, and issuing. Then third one is computer skill. So nowadays with trend, the computer knowledge have all the employees. The computers are widespread in the purchasing, tracking, inventory in the hot to control, purchasing, and the mainly done in the computer software. The product of the knowledge, buyers can develop their food knowledge by the spending time at trade show, farmer markets, and food distributors, warehouse. Attending the food show is the efficient way to keep up on the latest food and equipment development. And store manager. Next one is store manager. The store management is a part of overall functions of the material management. In order, therefore, to understand the functions of the farmer, it is desirable to have a clear understanding of what material management stands for. According to Alford and Betty, the storekeeping is the aspect of the material control concentrate or concerned with the physical storage of the goods. In other words, storekeeping related to art of the preserving a raw material, work in progress, and finished goods in the store. The storehouse is a building provided a preserving the material, store, and finished goods. The in charge of the store is called storekeeper or store manager. The organization of the store department depends upon the size and layout of the kitchen, nature of the material stored, and frequency of the purchase and issues of the material. This is the organization of the store department can work in the store. I am showing the store department how we can arrange the material, how we can store the material. Okay. What are the objectives of the store management? To ensure the uninterrupted supply of the material, store without a delay to various production and service department of the organization, to prevent overstocking and understocking the material, to protect material for the pilferage, theft, fire, and other risks, to minimize the storage cost, to ensure the proper and continuous control over the material. These 5 categories of objectives can concentrate the store management. Otherwise, we cannot control the store. Next topic is yield management. Yield is a culinary term, refers to the how much you will have a finished or processed product. Professional recipes should always state a yield. For example, a tomato soup recipe may yield 15 liters and a muffin recipes may yield 24 muffin. Based on this, we want to prepare, we want to indent the recipes, indent the ingredient. Otherwise, the wastage, unwantedly spoil the food. Yield can also refer the amount of unusable product after it has been processed. For example, peeled, cooked, and butchered, etc. For example, you may be preparing a recipe of carrot soup. The recipe requires 1 kg of carrot, which you purchase. However, you can have a peel them and remove the top and bottom you may only have 800 gram of carrot left of the uses. In this 800 grams, we want to prepare a carrot soup. Okay. So this is a yield management process. What are the objectives of yield management? To establish a standard for a quantity and number of portions obtainable from the specific items food. To establish the standard for the comparison with the operating result and thereby a measured the efficiency of the production department. To establish an object method of the further evaluating the standard purchasing specification. To establish the standard cost factors for the items of the food, to assist the menu costing and pricing, to assist the converting forecast required into the raw material and requirements. What are the importance of yield? To determine the product price, to set the purchase specification and receiving standard, to forecast the purchase quality and ordering level, establishment the standard recipe and portion size for the setting the control standard, comparison of vendor price or quality, monitoring the usage of the raw material. These 7 categories, 7 steps, 7 factors are important for the yield. In these functions, we can successfully finish the yield, can get the good yield. Okay. Then how to portion control? Portion control means the amount of size of your portion of a food to be served to the customers. There is a natural tendency for the client to eye one other portions when they are served. If one is thought to be slightly large than the others, there is a apt to be resentment and reactions that detrimental to the good name of the establishment. Only exact portion control can eliminate this. The method of monitoring portion control by a direct supervision, by sales of analysis, and by comparing the requisitions of each department with issues. This is very, very important for the concentrate on monitoring the portion control. Who is the responsible? The manager, store manager and kitchen manager is very importance of the portion control. He want to direct the supervision by sales analysis, by comparing the requisitions of the department. What is the purpose of portion control? To ensure the fair portions for each customers, to see that each department utilize the purchase to the full, the control of waste, to ensure that standard costing are accurate possible. You don't want to waste the product or finish the product or raw product. And what are the method of monitoring portion control? Ordering the right quantity, quality, and surprising when they're receiving it. Even the preparing the food in the production area, doing the direct supervision by proper checking of the service of the food, comparing the requisitions of each department with the issues by sales analysis. For example, Badusha prepare in the bakery department, they can prepare the peda 1 kg, the 40 pieces, for example. The same Badusha prepare for the Alwai department, they prepare the peda 1 kg for 30 pieces. We want to concentrate the portions. We want to concentrate the monitoring the yield. Based on this, we want to prepare. Then standard recipe. Standard recipe are one that has been tried, adopted, the retried the several times for uses of by given food service operation and has been found to produce the same good result and yield every time. When the exact procedure are used within the same type of equipment or same type of quantity, same type of quality of the ingredient in the manual. The term quantity recipes and standard recipes often they're confused with each other. Many recipes are written to produce a large quantity of food. Any recipes that produce 25 serving or more is termed a quantity recipes. The quantity recipes are not standardized, however, until they have been adapted to individual school food service operations. What are the objectives of standard recipe? To determine the quantity and quality of the ingredient be used, to obtain the yield obtainable from the recipe, to determine the cost per portion preparation, to determine the nutritional value, to facilitate the portion control. It helps to costing of dish, pricing of menu for the banquet. It helps the uniform quality and taste. The requisition less supervision, the less training is required for the newly appointed employee than established for the food cost control. These are all the objectives of the standard recipe. If you follow the objectives, you can get the good recipes, good quantity, good quality of the menu prepared. Then components of the standard recipe. The standard recipes should include the following information. For example, recipe title, recipe category, ingredient, weight and volume of the each ingredient, the preparation of the instruction, that means a direction of or method of preparation, good cooking temperature and time, serving size, recipe yield, equipment and utensils to be used in the cooking area. Then standard yield test. We have here so many tests is available. First, DRIM test. The DRIM test determine the excess of fat that has been the leftover by the butcher department. That means the DRIM yield percentage is equal to fully trimmed meat divided by the meat before trimming. Then aging yield. Certain cuts of meat are required to be the aged for varying the length of time. Aging causes to lose weight due to the loss of moisture is meat. Normally, 5% to 10% of shrinkage of occur in the first 2 weeks of age, with lesser shrinkage upon the further aging. There is no convenient method to determine the aging yield percentage. Then standard yield test, boning yield and cooking yield. The boning yield is give you the amount of edible meat without a bone. The cooking test, the product will shrink during the cooking process due to the loss of moisture. The amount of shrinkage depends upon the degree of the temperature which is cooked. The method cooking the effect of the shrinkage. The cooking test of the shrinkage is very, very important. Normally, the banquet, they can put, for example, the 100 package of chicken curry. We want to buy, we want to indent 10 kg of chicken. Suppose the aging the chicken, that 10 kg of chicken is reduced for 8 kg. That means the less moistness. So the quantity is not sufficient for the 100 packs. So we want to increase the quantity. So that's why we want to check the quality and quantity of the meat and other ingredients. What are the advantages of standard recipe? Consist of food quality, predictable yield. Okay. The consist of food quality, the standard recipe ensure the menu items will be consistent, the quality each time they are prepared and served. Predictable yield, the planned number of the serving will be produced by using of the standard recipe. This can help to reduce the amount of leftover food if there is overproduction, and also will help the prevent the shortage of serving on the online. That means a banquet hall or a clubhouse or a buffet counter, anything. The predictable yield is especially important when the food is transported from the production kitchen in the other serving site or serving outlet. What are the advantages of standard recipe? Customer satisfaction, constitution of nutrient content. Well, the developed recipes and appeal to the student are important factors maintaining the increasing the student participation level. That means whenever the studying the students, the catering technology, we want to first aim is customer satisfaction. So then only we can improve our sales analysis. So the school may take the lesson from the national restaurant chain that have developed the popular menu items consists every detail in the ingredient, quantity, preparation, and presentation. The standardized recipes provide this consistency and can result in the increased customer satisfaction. The consistent nutrients content will ensure that the nutritional value per serving are valid and consistent. Then the same advantages of a standard recipe: food cost control, efficient purchasing procedure, inventory control. Food cost control is provide a consistent and accurate information of the food cost control, because the same ingredient and quantity of the ingredient per serving are used each items, the time to time recipes produced. Efficient purchasing procedure, purchasing of more efficient because of the quantity of food need to be production is easily calculated from the information on each standard recipe. Inventory control, the standard recipe provide the predictable information on the quantity and quality of food inventory will be used each item the recipe is produced. Then last, labor cost control, increasing the employee confidence. The labor cost control return the standard recipes is the recipe make efficient to use the labor time, allow for the planned schedule for the food service personnel for the working day. Training costs are reduced because of new employee have provided a specific instruction for the preparation in each recipe. It will take time to explain, to train, the cost will be increased. The increase the employee confidence, the employees feel more satisfied and confident their job because of standard recipe eliminate the guess's work, decrease the chances of producing the poor food product, and prevent the shortage of serving during the meal service. Thank you, my dear students who are participating online class. Today we are learned in the kitchen management. We'll see the next class. Thank you very much.